Yo, what's up guys? I'm Stechauner. I'm here with Meinl Cymbals today doing a video session, and I'm gonna tell you about the setup I used. The hi-hats I used today are Byzance traditional 15-inch extra hammered hats. I've been using 14-inch hats for a while now, and thicker ones as well, and I wanted to upsize and get something a little bit softer, but ones that still had a lot of really precise stick attack, because I like to do a lot of doubles on the top of it and whatnot. And this one worked perfect for everything I wanted to do. It's got a really nice soft slosh that doesn't overpower the mix like some hats do. It's got a ton of definition. I do a lot of hi-hat foot pedaling, keeping time, eighth notes stuff, and I loved it. My crashes today are both Byzance traditional extra thin hammered crashes. I got an 18 and a 19. Same thing with these. I wanted to try something new. I've been using the Byzance traditional medium crashes and then also medium thin crashes for a while. And these were something that I wanted to try out because I wanted them to have a little bit less decay in my mix, but not so much of a quick decay like the extra dry series and the Byzance Dual series, and these worked perfect. They last just long enough in the mix. They don't drown anything out. They're great. The splashes I use today are both Byzance traditionals. I use the 10 and I use the 12. Of course, the 10 is going to be a little bit quicker. The 12 I use because I wanted something that kind of, was resonating like a mini crash. They're both awesome. I used two different rides today. The first one was a Byzance traditional 21-inch Polyphonic ride. This one is the perfect crash ride. I mean, the crash, when you crash it, it's literally just a crash. And then the stick definition on top and on the bell is just as if you have a dedicated ride that isn't crashable at all. I haven't heard a ride that is this versatile, and I'm pretty stoked on it. The other ride I used was a Byzance 22-inch brilliant heavy hammered ride. That one is the perfect metal ride, hands down. I've been using that one for years, and it is not too bright, it doesn't ring too much, it doesn't have this hiss or overtone like some of those thick metal rides have. It has so much definition and so much clarity in the mix, but it doesn't overpower the mix like, again, a lot of other heavy rides have, especially in the bells. That one is the only ride I'll use when I play metal and blast beats and anything that I want that kind of definition on. The stacks I used today were both artist concept models. I had a baby stack on my left and a bullet stack on my right. They're both super quick stacks, so I use them to just get a lot of cool staccato type accents in the mix. And they're honestly a ton of fun to use. I think that's the best way I would describe these kind of cymbals. I mean, they're obviously functional, but every time I hit them, it just is kind of like, it's just fun. The china I was using today was a Classics Custom Dark 18-inch china. If I'm playing anything heavy, particularly metal stuff, that's one of my main go-tos. And I would say at this point, after years of using a couple of different ones, all which I love, this is definitely at the top of the list. I also used a shaker today in one of the songs, and the one I used is a Meinl Percussion Studio Mix large shaker. Whenever I'm putting a shaker into a mix, into a production, I like to have one typically that has a very fine type of sound versus a coarse sound, and this one's got that perfect blend. It also doesn't cut too much in the mix. It's not distracting. It just has this nice kind of sizzle that really sets a good rhythmic bed in the mix. All right, guys, that's my setup. If you haven't seen the first video of me playing in the session that they just put out, go check it out, and I will see you in the next one. You'll see me in the next one.